Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Legendary grow, bold and sexy. Legendary grow and sexy. Legendary grow, bold. Si señora, ahora. Si señora, make them do a double face. Ahora. Si señora, make them do a double face. Ahora. I'ma eat this up right now, senora. I tell you when, I tell you how. Girl, it's calling for Iota. It's a Ferrari, girl, you a serving Toyota. Dirty socks, dirty drives. Fuck around and get the pies. No man, no God, we don't play those games. If we come in, you girl, best believe we gon' make it rain. Girl, we got car, houses, and fashion, art, culture, and passion, bonds and finances. The impression is everlasting. So girl, don't play, not too much, not too little. If I'm talking all this dumb shit, got some lamb chops, I'll grill her. This thing was good with the potato salad, girl, cause that's what you brought. She said she been to the Ivy League, honey boom, and that's what they taught. I walk, I'm serving you Miss Campbell. Mother give you what you need, but what you cannot handle. If that is giving you a fellas, girl, it's serving kingdom. Boy, I'm supreme, son. Pardon me what you say, go get linda. Si señora. Bounce to the right, stay center just for a little bit. Hope you stutter when you talk, when it's been a block, old bobblehead like an ass bitch. But I buys it outright, but you looking like you need a payment plan. Got her fingers on a debit card, now it's debts is out of hand. Hope you don't like me, you may as well come fight. It's on sight, that becomes her if she tries me. Early bird special, serving eggs in Giuseppe. I get it crunk, see my Latin girls call me Poppy. Run it up you at a time, Jig. I love all that you see, all that you find, boy, is mine. Girl, you so boring, bitch, you no fun. No competition, I already won. So what you saying? My nigga out here playing. No more delay, no more delay, I am playing. No more delay, my nigga, I am playing. No more delay, my nigga, I am playing. I stay like my breath strong, my stock is going up. No more delay, my nigga, I am playing. No more delay, my nigga, I am playing. No more delay, my nigga, I am playing. I stay like my breath strong, my stock is going up.
Welcome back. Trying to get this blunt done. I could have had it done by now if I wasn't up here pantomiming, bitch. Okay, first of all, how's everybody doing? Yes, my bros in the house. The legends are here. You said, I know that Chaperone is supposedly doing a lot. I don't know who Chaperone is, but really could. Girl, I don't know her either. I literally don't know her. Until just now, I had never even seen that name before. Chappelle, like Chappelle or Chapel. Either way, let's say Chaperone. I've never heard that name before. That legendary Tamaya. Boom, boom. The mother. The fire. Boom, boom. That legendary Quadier. Boom, boom. The father. Dum, dum. Provider. Dum, dum, dum. That legendary. Boom, boom. Sabrina. Ba, ba. The mother. Do, do, do. Supplier. Ba, da, ba, ba. That legendary. Do, do. Supreme. The only one. The king. Girl, please. See what you got started? See, y'all, the girls don't know. I'm like, girl, please. Because it's a chant, girl, and we will get the girls. I'm telling you. Now, just imagine in a space where the acoustics is on point, the microphones, the, what you call it, the speakers, the sound is coming through. Now, just imagine the girls chanting, doom, doom. And the way I'm feeling it and seeing it, there will not be a show around, bitch. Because you can't replicate this, what I'm seeing and how my show's going to be, girl. By the grace of Allah, oh no. That legend. I'm telling you, the girls are going to come together. People don't want to believe it. It is easy for them to say it now because I haven't had that opportunity to really do it in the way that I'm thinking. But deep inside, these bitches know. I'm telling you. I'm sure people at my job be like, he need to be somewhere on the stage. Why is he here? They be thinking stuff. That's what the reason why he said, let's clear the way for the entertainer, for the singer. And I couldn't believe they really did all move out the way. But like, understanding, like, agreeing with him. Like, even if they hadn't heard me sing, they at least knew I was an entertainer, at least in their mind, since I be dancing. So they was like, but I want to tell y'all about what happened today. I found myself letting out the legendary. Okay? That legendary. Come on. Iconic, let's be clear. But I digress. So, today, at work, something new happened, and you know I got to document. Because, like I said, I didn't think about it at first, but then later on down the line, I thought, one of the good things about me talking about things, about my job, as they happen, is literally everything is documented, like, in multiple different ways. So let's just say I couldn't remember a specific date about something. All I would have to do is go to the time frame around that time and start just going through the videos and seeing which is the one where I'm talking about it. And whatever the video that I'm talking about it is the day that it happened. Just like what's about to happen right now. So look. The store manager and this other bitch that I told y'all about, who was like, oh, we can see here. She's the one who said, oh, I'm seeing at least 3 of these points are coming from leaving early. And she's also the one who told me, oh, such and such, let's talk about the video. Because she said that she didn't say there was a video. She said that there could have been one. Which is so insulting. I'm like, girl, you hoes are on a whole other level, I swear. I just never really, we'll get into that. But I'm working. It's getting towards the end of my shift. One of my coaches comes to me. Actually, in fact, the one who said she received the video. And I could tell she wants to be my friend because she could tell my whole energy have changed. I'm sure she's picking up on that because with a bitch like me, but especially a Scorpio, it's not something that we try to hide. Or at least I would say for like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a true Scorpio, like as far as the characteristics. Honey, when I'm done with it, I'm done. I speak to you just because, like, when she comes and she speaks to me, number one, she's a coach. She's, like, in a sense, one of my bosses. So I'll speak with her. But I'm not, how I was before, was like, oh, how's the family, the kids? I pray that everything is well, but I'm not checking in. I don't have an interest. But anyway, she told me, she was like, oh, how much more do you have to do with this? Talk about the walk that I was in. I was like, well, I got 10 items out of whatever it was, 34, whatever, 39, something in that area, give or take. She comes. Uh, Such and such want to see you in this room when you finish your this pick. I'm like, all right. Of course, I already knew. Bitch, I'm going to be recording this conversation because you hoes are not trustworthy. You're just not. And so I knew, I felt it was going to be some bullshit because I'm like, the only person I need to be talking to is HR about my severance, about my settlement. I'm not really interested in all this other rigmarole, all this other stuff which you have going on. It's called cutting the check. You bitches are trying to drag your feet to the finish line, but trust me when I tell you, I will be dragging you by whatever follicle, if you've got them, over the finish line and into the bank and to the teller bitch, so that you can tell her that yes, indeed, this check is designed and made out to Quadir Fahim Howard. Boom. Because I'm not here for it. So anyway, I get back there. I see the store manager, and I also see the one who told me, oh, she didn't say there was a video, and Miss, oh, I don't want you to think I'm sending you home because of her. It's because we have to cut hours, and they're going to turn around and give me a point. Her and the store manager, Miss, when I first started working here, you know, he didn't like me either, such and such. Oh, Hollywood, he's harmless. Her. So these two women, one white, one black. I get up in there and because I'm just in a different headspace now, so I don't feel the need to be fake pleasant with y'all. I'm not being mean, but I'm just not giving what people are used to with me, which is actually, once more, that is my motif. But, girl, I'm saving my energy. For what? Hi, how you? I don't care. And I'm not even going to do that with you. How you doing? All this stuff. I don't care. Hello? I'm here. You requested for me? So I get in there, they shut the door. And already it's giving me anxiety because I'm like, every time something like this happens, 9 times out of 10, it's on some bullshit. So, of course, I'm recording because I'm like, no, you have her as a witness, but I have my recording as my witness. Because I don't trust that this bitch is going to actually, if I needed for her to come out and actually say what really happened, I don't believe she would say, oh yeah, I was there, I witnessed this. So we won't need her. Because we'll have the tape. So, I get up in there. Now, mind you, I didn't know this, but I found out today that I now have 13 points. 1,300, girl, at this point. These are just clown points in my eyes. Like, this shit is not real. So, I think they're trying to figure out, why is he not panicking? Because, bitch, I know that if you fire me wrongfully, that's just going to add to my case. So I don't care what you do. You can retaliate all you want to, and that's just going to increase my case. So that's the reason why I'm walking like this. Because I don't have to do it no other way. I don't have, because you liking me does not determine whether or not this check going to get cut. So anyway, it went to 13. I found that out today. I knew we were at 12. I didn't know we had hit 13. Hold on. Let's give him some time to do what he's doing. We're going to light this blunt up and then we'll spin the block. So we get up in there. And Miss, he's harmless. I knew something was up because, first of all, I told y'all how everybody knows she don't like black women. Or that she have a thing with black women. She may not altogether not like them, but everyone who have told me this have been black women. And everybody have heard it. So I'm like, what is the reason? How would this rumor get started? Did somebody hear her say it? Is it the treatment that she gives to other black women? Because apparently a black woman took her husband. I don't know if that's true, but that is the rumor. But she be real wishy-washy. Like, I told you, oh, keep dancing. She encouraged me to dance in the beginning. But once I started getting too much fanfare, is when it turned into, oh, it's a distraction. It's this, it's that. Honey, the people love me. I'm great at what I do. I'm a good worker. I would even venture to say great. You're not gonna find another bitch in here coming here with the mentality that I have. And so, again, when I leave here, trust me when I say you're not gonna see it up front, but you'll see it in the back end. Because, baby, you're not gonna find another nigga like me ever again. Believe what you wish. It'll never happen again. Okay, in this meeting, I sit down. Oh, hey, hi. I was just very like this, because why am I in here? Because you're not the one who can discuss cutting my check. Not the check I'm talking about. You can talk about my bi-weekly check, but that's not what we're discussing. I want to talk about, girl, she brought me in there, and what? We get up in there, and she's, so let's talk about your attendance. What? Nah, I know. But see, here's what was going on. So she starts asking me questions like, and I have to go and listen to the tape, but I'm going to paraphrase it so you can get the gist of what she was doing. It was like, she was asking me questions like, so how many occurrences do you believe you have? And I'm like, I'm not understanding the question. I don't understand what you're saying. What do you mean, how many do I believe I have? Last I looked, there was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand the question. And she was like, oh, let me be more clear. How did she word this? Because it was a weird way that she asked me, which put me on a defense, because I'm like, you on some bullshit? Because just ask me the question normal. But the thing of it is another part that I was thinking is, why are you asking me anything? You really should have my shit pulled up on this computer so we can actually go through it. Instead of trying to ask me on the spot, like, well, what month did you do this? And on what day? Girl, you talking about some shit back in May, March, girl. I can't tell you exactly when, but for certain, we can pull it up on the system, and that should be able to tell us as a matter of fact. It's like you trying to get me to say something wrong. That's how I felt. I'm like, because it was the way she was positioned in the questions where I'm like, okay, instead of you, here's what I would like, and I'm paraphrasing, but I was like, instead of you asking me this question, can we just pull it up on the system so we can know exactly what we're dealing with? And it won't have to be, what do I think? What do I believe? We could just look at it. I don't know why it's coming across as a game. Because that's really how I took it. Like, so I started feeling like, and then another part that I didn't understand is I'm like, I know. In my head, I'm like, I know I was very clear with HR that we can come to the table, we can negotiate. But the conversation that we're having need to be about separation with severance / a settlement. It don't need to be changes that can be made so that we can move forward, which is what today's conversation was about. But I'm going to tell you, I want to see what y'all think. What do you think this means? I'm going to tell you my suspicion. And I was clear to send a nice letter to HR today. I'm like, you bitches really think I'm stupid, and you think I'm just that dumb? Oh, we're friends, girl, and I'm still not your friend, and I don't give a fuck, and I'm still going to report this meeting so that it's documented. Exactly what happened in this meeting today. So look. So now we kind of going back and forth a little bit, and she's telling me, "Oh, your voice." And I'm telling her, "You did that to me last time. I'm not yelling. I'm actually not yelling at all." And she was like, "But when I say this, that, and the fourth, you begin to lash out." I'm like, lash out? These mischaracterizations is flooring me. Lash out? I said, I think you know what lashing out looks like, and this ain't it. Or I was on her ass. Did he put it in the mailbox? Okay, girl. I don't need to know when you at the mailbox. Let me know when the product is inside and you're off my property. And then we can complete this transaction. But yeah, girl, she had the nerve to tell me I'm lashing out. Now, mind you, this is the same woman that positioned me to be in that space with that homeless man who ultimately took his verbal harassment into sexual harassment. Is the same? This is the same white lady I'm dealing with. So I already don't trust you, and I already feel you don't give a fuck. And so, as angry as I actually am about the entire situation, that I'm sitting here before you, this calm girl, you tripping. What it was is she wanted me to lose my shit, but it wasn't happening because I was assertive. I was very clear. But bitch, you're not gonna that don't work on me. I told her to her face. I said you're gaslighting. I told baby I was on her ass. Because I haven't even told y'all what this meeting. I haven't even gotten to like the meat and potatoes. But hold on, let me get my lighter. So I'm probably gonna take a hit on my way out the door. Oh, right, my face. Okay, I'll be right back, you guys. Inshallah. Be careful. I'm like, my weed man, most weed men, such hood rats. This how you deliver the product? In a napkin? But I think he's a decent person. He's made his mistakes, but I'm trying to support you, sweetheart. Anyway. So, okay. I'm lashing out. She even goes in to say, you're being disrespectful. I'm like, and I told her when she said, and all what she was saying, I was rebutting her. I'm like, well, we gonna have to agree to disagree because I don't feel like disrespected you. I said one thing about it is you're saying things to me, and you're putting questions to me that don't feel genuine. It feels like you're trying to like you get what I'm saying. But look, so we had we sparring back and forth. Now this other lady who's here, Miss, oh, she didn't say that was footage. Miss, oh, I'm not sending you home because of her. Gonna give me a point as retaliation. Never took the point off. Okay. So she's like, I don't. Now she's going into being a Karen because she goes into, I don't know why you're speaking to me like this because all I'm trying to do is help you. So that moving forward, and I'm saying in my head, moving forward, you said she definitely poking the bear and trying to make. Mm-hmm. No, but hold on, it gets better. Wait till I tell you, girl, I haven't even given you all the tea. I'm like, and I'm sure I got to go back and listen to the tape because I listened to it earlier and it just pissed me off again. I'm like, bitch, you really were trying it because now I'm listening to the tape. I already knew in real time you was trying it, but that's the good thing about having the tape because that means when you get to listen to it after you record it, guess what? You can be objective and really pull yourself out because now you're not speaking, you're just listening. And you can hear it's like she trying. I'm like, who do you think you're dealing with? You really are underestimating me, which really is gonna bite you in the ass. And maybe that's good for me that they keep doing this. Maybe it's good for me that they continue to underestimate me and think I'm dumb. I don't know. I'm trying to figure if that's a part of a lost plan, like because I'm just wondering because they really do think I'm stupid. It would have to be that for them to think this was gonna work. So boom. She's like, I'm just trying to help you, and that was the whole point of this meeting, but you won't let me speak. You're lashing out. I'm like, girl, you in this lashing out these mischaracterizations, girl, you are funny. Okay? But she goes into, so here's what, this is what she ultimately, because there's so much how we got to that point, because I was not letting up on her at all, because I know what y'all are doing, and because I know, and I know that I'm right, and I know that I'm not wrong about y'all, is what gives me the confidence to be able to come here like this. That's why. Because I know that I'm not wrong. I know what my rights are, bitch. You have completely and totally. You're wrong. You're totally wrong here. There's no way for you to explain it right. But okay, boom. She goes, so here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I want to do to help you. I want to get rid of all of your points. That from July 1st all the way down. Whether they were valid or not. Now, that was a direct quote, and how I know that it's because it stood out to me. Because it should, what do you mean whether it was valid or not? See, you don't, to me, I take that as a Freudian slip. Because a person getting a point should not be valid or not. It's, if I have a point, it should be valid. But in the context of what we're discussing these fictitious points that I'm saying our retaliation don't make sense. So when you say to me, I'm going to take all the points away, whether they were valid or not, to me, that's an acknowledgement that you know that all those points are not valid. You know that there's, and you would know what? The reason why you're doing it is because in those letters to HR and to ethics, I lay very heavily on the retaliation and explaining this is what they're doing. And this is how they're doing it. And on the day that I spoke to HR, not even 24 hours passed that I collected directly behind that 3 points. How are you going to explain that's not retaliation? So what's happening now is they're trying to cover their ass. They're not doing me no favors by getting rid of those points. That's them trying to erase the evidence of retaliation. And they're trying to have it done in a situation where it's documented as a meeting so that they can have a point in which they can point to and say, no, we tried to work with him and no, bitch. This all came because I was very clear about what was happening to me. And I kept laying heavy on every time I'm addressing and I'm advocating for myself, they're retaliating against me. And this is how they're doing it. Now, if I had no basis and I was totally wrong, they wouldn't get rid of them points, believe me. If I had no ground and I was just totally crazy and delusional, just talking shit, and like he's just not, like he's saying everything he's saying, he's not making no sense though, because he's very incorrect. What would make her say, I'm going to get dismissed every point from July 1st on down? That would have to, I mean, I would imagine, I don't know exactly, but I would imagine that's probably pretty much all the points that I have. Minus probably them 3 points. I have to go and see when I met with HR. But what I'm saying is, yeah, and she said it multiple times. It's like, I'm not, here's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If it was true that they knew all of these points are legitimate, all of them, every single one is legitimate, what compelled them to do that? What? They've done nothing wrong. If it's all on the up and up, they should feel no need to do that for me. But you done it because you knew what you did in the first place. See, you're not doing me no favor. All you're doing is number one, erasing evidence. You think you slick, but you're not. That's number one. Number two, you're trying to cover your ass. But you want me to think that you're looking out for me. Because that's how she was saying. I'm just trying to help you. Like, all this girl missed me with the theatrics, the semantics, and because this, all what that was, I'm like, girl, please. I thought I was clear when I said severance, settlement. What is this? Moving forward? Moving forward where? To the bank? Because I'm not understanding. Moving forward. I don't want to work with these people. I don't trust them. And I know that I am right. Because if I were wrong, what would make her say that and do that? She would have said, number one, all the points were valid. But she can't because she knows that's not true. She knows it's not true. That's why she said, I'm going to get rid of all the points, whether they're valid or not. She said a few things in there where I'm like, you don't even understand. But see, I had to record you because I know later on, if I bring that up, she'll say, I didn't say that. Just like this other sister talking about, I never said there was a video. I said, you're a liar. Period. So here's the thing that you just exposed to me, that you're a liar and can't be trusted. That's all. I don't give a damn what they say. I know that you're a liar now. You proved it because I know what you said and you know what you said. So you're a fucking liar. Period. That's all you exposed. And I don't give a damn if this lady's saying she didn't say that. Because I'm going to keep saying the same consistent story. This bitch is lying. What's going on, sweetheart? Oh, I think that might be my tenant. So, with her, with my store manager, I'm saying, so let me tell you what she said. Store manager. Sabine. Sabine. I hear you up there. You know I don't like for you to be too much in that lady's space. You're not in trouble, sweetheart. Alright, get down, baby. So, there was so many interesting bits in this dialogue, this meeting. So she's saying to me at one point, like, you're lashing out, you're disrespectful. I'm like, that's what you're saying. I totally disagree with that characterization of what just happened. Totally, 100%. And I know me. So I know what you and I both know what lashing out looks like. And you know what it doesn't look like is someone sitting composed in a seat, communicating with you coherently. That's not lashing out, my darling. What it is you thought I was gonna come here and I don't know what they think. I'm like, y'all clearly not reading the room. You don't have discernment. You don't know what girls you can mess with, what girls you can't. Cause bitch, when you stepped on me, it was giving stonefish. And girl, we're nowhere near a hospital, girl. It's a KO for you. You made a very big mistake. You made a very big mistake, sweetheart. He is. I love this dog. I love him. I love all of my animals. It's just he's the one I adopted after my mother passed. And so it just has a different meaning, and certain characteristics of his remind me of my mom. In his eyes, I know that sounds weird to say, but in his eyes, but then also I would even say with his jumpiness. I remember when my mother, when we would watch films, she was very that way. I'm like, oh my God, mommy. Like, she did not like horror films because she was too jumpy. It wouldn't even be the scary part yet, and my mom would be jumping. And that reminds me of him. Like, something that to me is not scary will happen. He'll be like, you know that thing that dogs do when they're trying to run quick, but their feet be sliding, and they be making that sound like that. Like, something will happen, and he'll be like, I'm like, but it just, I don't know. It reminds me of my mom in a dog way. I don't know how to explain that, but anyway. So anyway, that just makes me close with him, you know, because it reminds me of my mom somehow. Anyway, so What happened? Because she had said some shit. It's so much with this. Hold on. Because this conversation went on for like 44 minutes. So it was not a short meeting. So she's trying to make the argument of everyone is trying to help you and this, that, and the fourth. I'm like, girl, I can tell you right off top how you directly didn't help me. So you're not even being genuine in this conversation. But, okay. So she was like, everyone's trying to help you and do. And I'm like, I had a question. I was like, so just to be clear, the grace period, for example, if I'm getting here at 5:30, if that's my time I'm supposed to be here, is it a 10-minute grace period? What's the grace period on that? And why I was asking is, in the event that I'm running late, I don't have to do PPO or PPTO. I don't have to do that if actually I have a grace period, and that is helpful to know. But again, and like I told her, but you can see that I haven't been running late ever since the schedule was changed. But look, in the middle of me asking the question, she's like, well, let me just, and I'm paraphrasing, but she said something to the effect of, well, let me just tell you like this. First of all, they really shouldn't have changed their schedule because it doesn't suit business needs and it wasn't necessary. So that they changed your schedule and you're asking about what's the grace period, to me is inappropriate. I'm like, excuse me? How is it inappropriate for me to ask a legitimate question? So honey, she was trying to gaslight me, and I told her, I said, no ma'am, that's not gonna work. Cause she was like, oh, I didn't say it like that. Like literally, cause y'all know I'm animated. She's like, oh, I didn't say it like that. I'm like, okay, I take you to be a smart woman. Smart enough. You know what you said. I'm not saying you said it like me. Did you not just say ABC? Like, it's inappropriate. And then before you even got to that, you saying they wasn't even supposed to do that. And they were, really, it was unnecessary. And they shouldn't have changed the schedule for you just because she went into that reason first. And then she closed it off with, so for you to ask, what would the grace period be, to me is inappropriate. I'm like, girl, how, like, we went back and forth about that. And then, because I was like, no, you playing. Because you know what you just said. And the reason why I clocked her on that is because earlier in the conversation, she had said she felt like I was being disrespectful to her. So now I'm saying, really, when you said I was being disrespectful to you, really I hadn't said nothing. What was disrespectful? You just don't like that I'm not agreeing with you and that I'm not backing down from my position. But actually, I haven't disrespected you. But when you come telling me, oh, they shouldn't even, first of all, I'm going to tell you like this. They shouldn't have changed their schedule. And that was something that they did to help you, and it was really unnecessary. This is all on tape, because I did go back and listen to it. And then she's saying, and she went into this whole speech about that. And then, so for you to ask, what's the grace period? When you already are getting, like, in other words, I'm already getting special treatment is how she's feeling about it. But it's not special treatment. It really isn't special treatment. Because the bottom line is you already knew when you hired me. That's okay. I don't want to. Okay, I want to get to that point, and then I want to get to, and then I'm going to close out on what I'm saying. But let's say this: it's not special treatment when you do something for someone and then penalize them for it. Let's start there. You not saying, okay, when it first went to 5:30, remember I told you it kept being switched. So that was not special treatment. That was sabotage. You saying like the red carpet was rolled out. I had to fight for that. And to me, special treatment is preferential. Like, okay, we like this person, so we're giving them special treatment. No, none of these bitches didn't like me. I fought for this. So, and I explained what my situation was. And the bottom line is, bitch, it's only so much you can do between waking up. How much, when am I supposed to go to bed? When am I supposed to wake up, rather? 1 a.m.? Girl, you're full of shit. I'm not doing that. But that's beside the point. The point is what you're really showing me is how you feel. In that speech that you just gave, all you really explained is, had you would have known before they done it, you would have told them not to. But it was already done. So you couldn't go back and... you tried to change it. Maybe it was her who was changing it. Who knows? We can find out once we go to court. In discovery and all the different things where we actually start to get... where we can subpoena things. Like, we need to see this, we need to see this, we need to know this, we need to know that. We need to see, have anybody else been reported for the things that he was reported on? Is anybody else getting these occurrences like this? And we can look at the statistics and the data and the information once we get to court. If that's where it's going to go. But, okay, but hold on. So I said, excuse me, no. How is it inappropriate me asking that question? Because the bottom line is, do I have a grace period, whether you like it or not? Is that something that I have? So if I'm asking, then maybe just answer the question. Instead of giving me your personal feelings. Because I didn't ask what you thought about it. I asked, so my time is 5:30, what is the grace period? So that I know and I'm not sitting here hitting buttons. And that's what I think she was upset about. Because in all reality, you can see that I clearly didn't know about the grace period. She's talking about 5:30, but even when it was 5 o'clock, that means that technically I had till like 5:10. And I'm sure a lot of those PPOs that they rejected and gave me points for is when I put it in, excuse me, I put it in before 5:10. Like I was there before that. You get where I'm saying? Like, I clearly didn't know. Because if I would have knew about a grace period, why would I be thinking, oh, let me go in here and put this in? So when I mentioned it, she was like, she didn't like that I mentioned that. And so I said, no. To me, you talk about how you feel disrespected, but I feel disrespected right now. Because why would you sit here and tell me, oh, they didn't have to do that schedule, and really they shouldn't have, because it was unnecessary. Like, I'm supposed to take that good? But that, to me, was like how she really felt. She was keeping it under wraps, but she was, different points, it was leaking out. Like, right there. And then she was just really going into this whole Karen thing about, oh my God, can I speak? Can I speak? I'm like, girl, please. You acting like you ain't been speaking the majority of this meeting, which you have. And every time I start speaking, you cut me off. Or you go into this, oh, quit there. Can you, your voice, you're lashing out. The way you're speaking to me is disrespectful. I'm like, and I listened to the tape, I'm like, she was just saying that. She was really saying that to get me to actually disrespect her. Because even I already knew that wasn't happening even in real time, but when I listened to it again, I'm like, this lady was just talking. Because you can clearly hear that even for the points where I was agitated, she know that for where that could go, that was nothing. I'm seated here calm, not getting out of my seat, not cussing you, not screaming like, girl, what are you talking about? But you saying stuff that's not making sense. Pardon me, I almost want to, but I don't want to, until this case is closed, I feel like I don't want to, because then that's like my leverage. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like, but just because there's so many things that there's so many key points that I want to mention. But what was one thing that happened? She says to me, oh my God, can I please speak? Because you won't let me speak. I'm like, girl, please. It's not that I won't let you speak, but you're having a problem to my reaction to how you're responding to me. Like, you're saying things to me, and then when I'm responding to it, it's like, oh, I'm lashing out. That's gaslighting, because I'm not lashing out at all. But okay. And she just kept trying to, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, girl, that shit don't work with me. I'm not impressed. Everybody knows what a Karen is today, so we know what it looks like. Because she was really, and she even looked up at the black woman like, I'm like, and I told her, I said, she can't help you. Because she was looking at her like, oh my God, I can't speak. She looking at her. I said, girl, she can't help you because you looking at her for what? She cannot help you. She said, oh my God, do. And I'm paraphrasing. She said it in her own way, but this was the point. She goes, oh my God, can I speak? And I had said something like, da da da. I'm like, she was, can I speak? I was like, yes, you may. Oh, I'm not asking for your permission. I'm not looking for your permission. I'm like, see, right here. This is another example you looking for an argument. You just literally sat up here, looked in my face and said, can I speak? You're asking me if you can speak. Well, we know that you can, but for you to address me that way, it looks like you're asking for me to say, to give you the go-ahead, which is what I did, and then she went to argue about that. Well, I don't actually need your permission. I'm like, girl, you cannot take. You weren't ready for this meeting. Because I'm done playing with y'all. Y'all tried to sabotage me and harm me, and you know what you did. And I'm not, it's no holds barred now. I don't care. I told them to their face, you're gaslighting. And also, why I may be on the defensive is because the trust, I don't trust either one of you. I told them that. I said, because I spoke with her to her face about, she told me about 3 occurrences, and for the one where she sent me home, she never even fixed that. So it shows me either she's phony, she's a liar, like I said that in the room. And I just want them to know that everything you're saying to me, I hear you. Don't think for a second that this shit is going over my head, because it's not. And whatever you're about to do right here in this room to dismiss all of these points, this lady could have been did that when I spoke to her the first time. And when I said, oh, when I spoke to such and such, she goes, oh, under my direction. I'm like, excuse me? She goes, oh, never mind. I'm like, it's giving, you're so vain. What made you think that I spoke to her because of you? You said she's operating from a victimized white woman's perspective. Let me see, perspective in those type of like, girl, please, ain't nobody about to. I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you, because the way I see it, and then she kept saying, and she was being all nice and like, we want to help you, and I'm gonna get rid of all of these points, because some of them are valid, but even for the ones that aren't, I'm just gonna get rid of all of them. I'm like, okay, thanks. Not that it's going to matter, because I don't plan on being here. Because she kept talking about, so moving forward, I want to make sure that you know with this system, and moving forward, I want to make sure that you understand about your points. And she was talking, and I could tell all of that is coming from her trying to cover her ass and get rid of these points that clearly are retaliation. It's just crazy to me. I was like, all right. And I'm still leaving about it here. Because, see, this is what they're going to do. They want for me to buy into this bullshit and be like, oh my God, things are changing. They really are going to help me. Let them clear out these points. Maybe let the case close. Let me withdraw the case. Maybe a month or two, once it gets far enough away after I've closed it, and like the statutes of limitations have run, is when they're going to start being stupid again. I don't believe it's going to stop. And guess what? I saw Hollywood again today. So I can't even use my bathroom that I use, but this nigga can roam throughout the store. Why? I'm behind, but moving forward to the bank got me. Okay. Okay. Because I'm not interested. And who would be in my position? I'm going to tell you what. What it is they just not used to a nigga doing what I'm doing. I can see that. I can see that. They not used to a nigga with fight. I can see that. Someone who's going to defend themselves and advocate and be a defense for themselves and come in the full armor of God. They're not used to that. I can see that clearly. They don't even know how to react. And that's fine with me. Because it's going down, whether you know how to respond or not. And I'm not taking my foot up off of nobody's neck just because she want to look like Puss in Boots, make her eyes all big, and I just want to help you, girl. That's not going to work. I'm a very empathetic and compassionate person, but right now, it's not for me to be soft with you. And to be thinking, oh, I don't want to. She's trying to help her. Girl, please. No. A good leader knows the difference and knows when to do it and when not to. And right now, it's not a time to be soft. Now, when you're dealing with these jokers, no. Not when you're dealing with these people. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. When I'm out, then. And to my coworkers that I enjoy and that I appreciate, and even to the clientele that I enjoy. But to these conspirators and plotters and just, I have nothing for you. So you may as well stop. Because all this fake, oh, we want to help you. We're all here for you. Girl, don't make me laugh right in your face. You're not here for me, girl, so stop lying. You cannot stand me, and that's okay. But I know what I'm dealing with, even if you don't tell me. And as you can see, I'm not fazed. Couldn't care less. So, but I just need you to know that I know you don't like me. So stop. Just stop. You get what I'm saying? Like, just for real, stop. Because it's honestly sad. And although I may feel sad for you because I'm embarrassed, it's not going to change the fact that I'm going to crush your windpipe when I get the opportunity. Because that's what's going to happen. I promise you. I'm not going to let up on you. So, you're just embarrassing yourself right now. She was really trying to have me in there like, ooh, so badly. Because, baby, they don't know. And it's not going to, the older I get, the better I'm going to get. It's not going to change. It's going to get better. So, it's going to become more no nonsense. To the point. Let's get down to business. Like, that's not going to change. Especially now that I'm operating in that way. Like, no. Because that's who I really am. I'm a kind person. I'm all of those things. And I'm also a bitch that's not going to take nobody mess. And I'm not going to sit here and subject myself to bullshit. Why? Because I don't have to. To put it frankly, I don't have to. So I'm not going to do that. Let's move forward. How we move forward? I thought I was very clear when I spoke with HR what this was all about. Girl, you hoes. I know I told HR what this was about. Moving forward, moving forward. Fuck! Because that's what that's going to get you. A knuckle motherfucking sandwich. You full of it. Can't we all just get a girl? You got the wrong Negro. We about to be bloody and in the trenches, bitch. See, that's what people don't understand. I don't like fighting, but I will. And I've just elevated. I've just elevated, that's all. I'm still the same nigga, just smarter. Bitch, I'm cute. I don't have to fight with you in the streets. Why? So you can try to pull my hair out because you're bald headed? Who cares about you? Or your condition? I don't. Not when you coming at me negative and stupid and full of rage and jealousy. Girl, swerve. Girl, I stay. Girl, please. If I ever go to a house party and all them bitches is dusty and busted, I'm out. I don't give a fuck. How much was that Uber? I will pay it again. Because, bitch, I'm not going to be stuck around no downtrodden hoes just clumping around on the dance floor. Bitch, please. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You bitches need help. And it's too many bitches in need in here. No. No. Back in the day when I was younger, I would have tried to feel like, oh, I could go in there and change that. Girl, fuck this atmosphere. Or I could just go to a place where I already like the vibe. And just enjoy it from the beginning. I swear I feel like these downtrodden hoes be like horses. When I think of them, I see them as like horses that are, what do you call it, limp? And it just be like big ass, doom, 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 doom. That's what I see in my mind. I see like somebody walking them with a beaten up straw hat and probably like a piece of straw, like one of them things sticking out, one of them little plants sticking out, little straw plant sticking out. I see him with a plaid shirt and some overalls. I see on the knee area some mud because he pulls it out the mud literally. And I see him working with this old steed. Is that what you call that? This just, is it a donkey? I don't even know what this is, but it's something that is moving heavily. A Sprite horse is going to hit it like, boop, 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 boop. You know how them legs be like, pop, 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 pop. The one that I'm saying is hitting it heavily. Like, donk, 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 donk. That's this bitch. And when she stepped, that's why she can't come in the house, because she will literally break through your floor. Through your linoleum, through your wood, through your tile, she will. That heavy ass foot. With that metal on the bottom. Girl, get out of my house. But, yeah. So, you know, it's like these girls are going to learn eventually. Because I'm like, no, I'm not playing with you. And I know that people keep thinking that I'm someone to be played with. But what they're not telling you are the effects that they felt on the end. They thought it was cute when they was trying to show you, oh, look. Like, trying to, like, fuck with me. But they're not telling you what happened on the flip. From karma to, it's all of it. Like, in a situation like this, with girls like this, see, you're not a phantom, bitch. I can see you. I know you, and I got your name and number and card. So, bitch, I can put a file on you. And make a case on you. You thought you were still online. Miss Thing, you be trolling online. You thought you were still online. You really tried to take that online persona to a real life scenario, and look how that worked for you. It didn't. Now you're the one who, honey, I am willfully wanting to walk away from this job, but you may not have a job for much longer, because you about to cost these girls. They're gonna say, is she really worth the squeeze? Is the lemon worth the squeeze? Can we say now? Can we justify her? How much did she cost us from this loss, from her negligence? Because she wants to be a troll in real life. Came into the real world talking to a real bitch. Like, she was talking to me like, I don't know, like I was just some random off the street that she could just, girl, I was like, oh no, ma'am. Because let me tell you something, when you met me, you knew what time it was. That's why you hired me. And God put a veil over your eyes, because if you would have solved the truth about me, you wouldn't have gave me the job. Because you would have been jealous from day one. You would have been jealous when you first saw me. But it was just something where God didn't let you see everything about me. You saw enough to know you liked me and that I was sincere. And then from the point that I got the job, the test began for us both. Because it wasn't just for them. The test was for me too. The test was for me, my character. How was I going to perform? Was I going to be integral? Show up. Okay, you know how people get a job and it's like, it'd be their fault. They're just literally not going to work. That's not my case. And so the test for me was you wanted this job, so it's a responsibility. You need to show up. If you know you got to be here at this time, you can't. Maybe you can't go out, or if you do, you have to suffer the consequences and just not get no sleep. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was the test for me also. But because I passed my test and actually did the things that was commanded of me and what is inside of me to do, to put pride in my work. I literally made a song for that. My mother used to say to all of us, you don't ever want to turn anything in that you would be embarrassed for people to know that it was your work. You don't want to do anything where it's like you know it wasn't your best. Always give your best. And so it's like, I did what I came to do. Y'all did what it was is it was an opportunity for us both. I lay hold of mine and you blew yours all the way to hell. And there's a consequence for that. For you having this opportunity and handling it the way that you did. There is a consequence. You bitches always talk about, oh, curses and all this other stuff, but then in real life, you don't know when it's happening to you. You don't even realize that you never met a bitch like me before. You know it's true. Okay, so if you never met a bitch like me before, you can clearly see something is different. So you should have thought about it. And that's when you should start reading all your scriptures. That you act like you know so well. But if you did, you would have understood what was going on. But you didn't. So it shows me you just another Fugazi. Just another fake Christian, a fake Muslim, a fake Jew, a fake whatever. You're just fake. Oh, you put a red dot to your head, bitch, you could be fake too. You hoes are fake too. Ain't none of you hoes real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying literally none of them. I'm saying in every category of a person, they got a fake bitch. None of these bitches are like all 100% real. Because it's a human. And humans come in multiple varieties. So these bitches are fake. They be mad when you know that about them now. But it's your own fault. Because here's how I knew. By how you performed. That's the only reason how I really knew. Because actually, had you would have, through your actions and how you move, that would have showed me, oh, this is a man or woman of God. Just through how you were. But you didn't do that. You were nasty, mean-spirited, jealous, insecure. You were everything negative for no reason. To a person who never even actually gave you a reason to be that way. Because in our reality, girl, all I did was show up. And you were bothered and upset and uncomfortable with the situation. Which is so, again, I know the irony for you is you thinking, I hired this nigga. This bitch that now is the bane of my existence, I hired him. He never would be here if I didn't say yes. Now I say yes, and this bitch is like, I know for her, that must really suck. But why should I give a fuck when I know? It would be different if you gave me a chance and then I was a hot mess, and it was like you gave me a chance and I was the hot mess. But no, that's not what happened here. I received an opportunity, and that was exactly who I presented myself to be. And then later on, you hoes started acting crazy. How you gonna say that's not how it went? How can you say that? You can't. Because you know how it went. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. But it's okay because these bitches be really like, I'm like, bro, what you up here squawking about? You bitches, why do it feel like every time you bitches come around, it's the Attack of the Seagulls again? Isn't that what that movie was? I'm like, why? It's unnecessary. You want to talk about unnecessary? That's unnecessary. All this squawking around. It's fucking annoying. And you bitches think it's so cute. All that trill and all that annoying ass voice. Michael Jackson told you, bitch, you sound like Carol Burnett and you're annoying. All that squeaking in my ear. Stop. People be annoying. And then there's this one bitch Well, I'm like, Miss Thing, one thing you gonna find out about me is you just didn't know that because I'm so authentic and how I am and just nice and that's how I prefer to be. People think they take that the I'm not gonna say certain people take it the wrong way and they take that as I don't know what that I'm a pushover that I'm like that I give a fuck if they want to talk to me or don't. I don't know. But this lady, I'm feeling like she's feeling away with me because maybe one of her friends was somebody that I reported. So what? Then she shouldn't have been trifling. So I don't care if you don't like me no more. Tough. Give a fuck. You ain't nobody. Bitch, I didn't even know you a few months back. And I even hardly speak to you here. So all the looks and all whatever you think you're doing, girl, it really don't mean nothing to me. Cause you don't mean nothing to me. We can factor it down to that real quickly. It's just funny how people be really like over they be over inflated with what they think their position in your life is. Like there are people in my life that are critical. You ain't one of them. You ain't one of them, baby. You're not a person who is gonna mean anything to me if I don't talk to you. There is a select few people that is reserved for, and you ain't one of them. She had today when I was on lunch. I'm walking. She made a. I saw her and I was like, I had my music on, so I just was like, peace, you know. She, like, I did a little thing like that in my head. I'm like, girl, please. And that'll be the last time she gets anything out of me. A peace sign, a hey sign, a fuck you sign. Bitch, she not getting shit. It'll just be, oh, she's in the room? Cool. Because, believe me, I'm not bothered. You can be right next to me. It won't affect me. But I still don't have to address you if I don't want to. And if you're going to be a stupid energy, just because you think you're in high school, you bitches act like this job really is something. Because they be talking like it's, you hoes. This reminds me of being in jail. Not literally, but in the sense of, I'm not trying to get used to none of this shit that you bitches are used to. Because I don't plan on being here too. Even if none of these things negative have happened, I will be there like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Maybe. I never had an intention of making this into a lifelong career. Girl, please, I can erase you in a minute. When you have to hit these bitches like that when they come at you with this weird energy, thinking that they can threaten you, like control you, with their friendship. I won't be your friend if you don't agree or if you don't whatever. I don't operate like that at all, and I don't do that to people. So I'm not gonna have it be done to me. Plain and simple. So, bitch, okay, cool. You don't like me no more. Great. One less bitch I gotta speak to, I'm telling you. Because one thing is, I'm very high energy, and a lot of people want to talk to me throughout the day, be it customers or colleagues. So, boom, one less bitch to speak to. I'm not gonna lose no sleep over you, hoe. You ain't paid a light bill. You ain't paid for a chicken sandwich. Bitch, you have not done nothing for me. So, don't care. It's funny because God was saying to me, you know how in every point of your life, people remember you. Not, let's break this down, not in like in a way of my presence really was impactful. Even as a child, like, by me being around, people were more themselves. And even from Arizona, those same people remember me. They may not remember all their classmates by name, but they remember me. Job Corps, they remember me. Middle school, they remember me because as I'm just, the older I get and I just really just be reflecting back, I'm like, that's why I was always a threat. I'm starting to understand it. It was because of my influence. That might have been the biggest problem. Maybe had I just would have been gay, but had no influence, would have been a totally different experience for me. We'll never know, but I just wonder that because really looking on it, that to me was the issue, is that when I would go places, people would start using my vernacular. This has been all my life. Anything, like, if I would say something, then people would start using that phrase or kind of patterning their speech after me. It's like that did happen. It's like, okay, I'm not saying it. Let's be clear, it was totally wrong. What happened to me, but I'm just saying having more context into it makes me understand why people reacted and why they continue to react this way. Because I'm telling you something. That's another part. The longer they have me there, the more it's inspiring people to have cases. Because they keep coming to me saying, now they saying it like, they better be careful before I do them like Quadir. My colleagues, it's like they be joking around with each other like, all right, you better be careful before I do you like Quadir. And even though they joking, I'm seeing something. I don't understand 100% what's happening, but something is happening. Because I remember when I first got there, everybody told me when I was saying even just doing the job, like with the vest and newer equipment, because the equipment's falling apart, the vest so that we aren't constantly being apprehended and accosted. Hello, hello. You know, you're saying we don't have to address them, but we do have to address them if we're looking like everybody else. Because if we don't, then they're gonna be like, "How dare you?" You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna understand that. And all the while we're trying to explain it, the metrics, like it's all these issues. Even in that, oh, they're not gonna listen to you. They're not gonna listen. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. This is what everybody was telling me. But now suddenly now people's tune is starting to change into something can happen, and they better be careful because I'm gonna start documenting and doing like right here. That means something. I'm not 100% what's going like what it means, but it does mean something. And I'm trying to better understand these things, like when they're happening, why they're happening, um, the purpose, why God is putting me in these areas. Like, you know what? Hold on. You're not in trouble, baby. It was just a lot of heavy breathing. And it was throwing me off. Okay, hold on. Because I want to see something. I want to make sure I wasn't backing into my baby. Oh. Girl, it would be crazy if I just ran into this passport. Because it always happens when you're not looking for it. Girl, I just want to see what the cards have to say about this experience I'm enduring. This reading can connect to the girls as well. But I'm going to do it for me. Bitch, one time I did a reading for myself outside on the lawn furniture outside in the backyard. And I couldn't believe it. That shit was just saying shit. I'm like, girl, who can say that God cannot communicate through any means? And like, for meditation to music, like there's no stop. And you can't say, for example, oh, secular music. You can't say that God can't use that music to communicate and get a message across. You're not in control of that. And your interpretations and how you using religion to stifle people and prevent people from full expression, however that may come, and full revelation, however that may come, because what you call witchcraft, Moses called divinity. We call it divinity now only because the scripture told us. But in real time, you know damn well you never seen a human do that before. So, I mean, I'm sure it was all kind of interpretations, magic, but it was God. And God, and who's to, anyway, I have too many things to say about that. I just don't limit God. And when people really try, these religious people really try to sit up there and say, "Oh, they're like, girl, please, you don't know shit." You're exactly the type of person that Jesus spoke about. It's ironic. These people who are these key main people who talk so much about and what's not accepted and what's not appropriate and all this other stuff. I'm like, bitch, you're exactly the kind that he wasn't looking for and checking for. Even though you want to be in the club so bad, but actually he would have paid you. Cause look how you act, look how you talk. You're judgmental. You limit God. You think what you say is the only way for God to move. It can come through the animals. It can come through nature. There's literally anything you can say to me, that could be it. It could come through a blunt, like you sit there, light up, go outside, and messages come. Like you can't tell nobody how it's gonna happen. Because God can pull them out at any point in time. It's just too many ways around. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna be told by a human who is clearly not who they think they are. You may not have imposter syndrome, but you are indeed an imposter. That's the key. And you didn't understand that, but I'm here to let you know. You ain't real. You ain't as real as you think you are, sweetheart. I'm going to just lay these cards. I'm not even going to, because everything we just been talking about, let's just see where the story goes. Because Spirit already knows where my head is. Allah be with me. We're going to get 6 going. Let's split that. Let's grab you. Let's split it. Let's grab you. And then from the bottom. This is interesting. Let me sit and soak on this. We may do clarifiers, but I think I see what this is. So the first card is this card in reverse. And what that's giving me is clearly shit was imbalanced. To begin with, remember that guy, Miss 6'5", wanting to be driving around like Hot Wheels with no insurance, with the engine about to pop out the trunk? Yeah, her. That was clearly, remember how I was on here like, that first date was so incredible, and I was like, oh my God. And on that very second date, it was serving, the truth came out. I was like, girl, and again, being the true Scorpio that I am, bitch, I was out to 5 million, bitch. 5 billion girls out the door, quicker than you can say ham. Honey, please. I was gone. I'm like, because I'm at a point now where I know the truth about myself. So I'm constantly really saying, in truth, like, no, you are Quadir. Like, not from a place of arrogance, but in that you know who you are. And you know you can do better. Because you are you. And you've put in the work. So that comes from a place of having earned, like, and really did the work and really know the truth about myself. Like, girl, when I saw that clown, I said, hippie-ki, oh, hippie-ki. I'm not gonna play with this mind today. I was out the door. So, but that's one example. But in general, because then it's like, shit just been imbalanced. That manager, it's just been a series of partnerships and relational type things that we're not in balance. Fair enough. Additionally, see, now mind you, had this would have been upright, that would have been great. This came in reverse too. Now this card is a good card, like, oh, it's celebration, but it came in reverse. So it's giving me my relationships were imbalanced, and really where because here's what it's given. Really, I could have had it upright, but I was just, it wasn't in alignment. But had I would have had it upright, this would have been upright too. But the reason why this came in reverse is because this is in reverse. Like, I'm understanding, but hold on. It gets better. This came upright. And I feel like what that's, I mean, it's not even I feel, I know. What that's explaining to me is, you know, there was a lot going on, a lot of confusion. You know, this is, I'm connecting with my career, my art. You know what I'm saying? This job, another out of alignment partnership. So I feel that I feel it's like this is explaining the past, but this one right here is also explaining the present. Like, kind of where I'm at with it. And kind of how that made me, how that I'm experiencing that. You get what I'm saying? However, this right here, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me sit on that. This right here is flipped with this. Because again, one thing about me, baby, I know how to, because that's another thing I want to point out. And what I'm feeling just intrinsically with this card right now. Now, this person may be bound up in this stuff and these swords all the way around. But look, really, the person is calm. This does not strike me as a person who's panicking. And that's something I just noticed right now. And because I stayed calm, even when I was bound, couldn't see, couldn't hear everything that was around me, and it was not looking so great, because I stayed calm, I got temperance upright. Now, this right here, this wand, page of wands in reverse, the reason why I feel that's right there like that is because of this. Because the next card after, which is the closing card, is why I feel it, again. And this card is just beneath this card. But here's the thing. Again, because I know who I am, I'm not panicking. Temperance. This page of wands, this being in reverse, this whole thing, this about to get skipped over. That's why it's a page. We don't even gotta take her serious. We about to skip over her and lead right into this bitch, because this came up right. And this is giving me like the feeling of like, bitch, we did it. And it's 3, my number, and it's just giving me like, we did it. All of this other shit was worth it. Because now remember, and the funny thing is it starts off with, this is funny, it starts off with 2 of cups in reverse, but ends with 3 of cups upright. There's something to that. And the next funny thing is that the 2 wands are directly on top and beneath each other. And they're both in reverse. And then the 2 cards that are independent are these 2. Which to me are complementary, because it's like, okay, boom. You looking for a way out, you gonna get it, but you gotta be patient. And once you get to that point, this little page of wands shit, Remember, this right here, you dealing with, this is the page of wands. This is how many wands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 6 of wands. So remember, the 6 of wands is what had me like, okay, this shit is a lot, but let me stay grounded. The 6 of wands is what had me like that. But I endured that. And I came out with temperance. So how do you think I'm going to get? So that's what I mean when I said this is going to be short. It's because I've already gotten through this being in reverse. So this little page of wands, all these little tricks that these bitches are trying to pull, all that it's not going to work. And it's not going to last. Because you're just a page. Honey, I've been through, I have a whole book behind you. You just didn't know that. And so, and I have the experience to prove it. And because I lasted and I stuck around, bitch, that's the reason why this gonna close out quickly. And this is what's coming in. So whereas before, yeah, I was out of alignment. This is all true. Like as far as these type of people that are coming, like these girls are not the girls for me. But it was good for me that I lost them because I gained a third. And bitch, the shit was upright and clearly doing right. Bitch, this shit was on point. Now, do I have any questions? I really don't. That was good enough for me. It really just explained, it gave a snapshot into the last, say, year. My mindset, but also my action, which was to stay calm, to deal with this shit. And to me, once you get to temperance, it's like, let's see, man, I just want to define temperance. Damn. As soon as I got ready to read it out loud, the shit went off my screen. I guess I took too long. But it was saying the quality, like, to control oneself. Like, when this happened, if I would have panicked, I could have fell into these blades, and I mean, this really could have been bad. If I would have been like, oh my god, I'm tied up, oh my god, like I could have, that could go bad. But because I didn't do that, I feel like controlling yourself and being able to hang in there in this stage and being patient and knowing that you will survive, not panicking as best you can, staying calm. My belief is you become temperance if you can handle this or this type of energy. It don't have to be this exact card, because this energy can come out in a different card. But in this case, that's what it's, because this is a reading that I'm doing for myself and I know what it's saying to me. And because I know me, I can see with these cards what they mean in my life. And that's okay. See, and that's another part. You have to be honest with yourself. Because I was like, yeah, those slew of men that I was trying to talk to, if you will, like, girl, please. No. And yes, the niggas were trifling. But just like my mother and that other sister that they was talking about, these are people that I chose to deal with. Now, I left quickly, so I'll give myself credit there, but I still chose to talk to these people. I mean, at some point, you have to talk to them to know whether or not, So I still will give my credit to say that at least I'm fast acting. But with temperance, like, I'm going to make sure that I'm seeing what I'm actually seeing. Before I'm just like, oh, I'm out the door. Like with that nigga who I left and was done with, I'm like, I didn't just leave when he did one thing wrong. It was the entire situation. I mean, I'm saying, as soon as I got to his house, he was tripping. Oh my God, like, on some nut shit. I'm like, girl, this is why you can't, you know what I really be feeling like? I've been feeling like this since I was a child. Since I was a child, this had been happening all my life. I swear to God, it feels, okay, there's a few people in my life that this does not apply to. But generally speaking, it's almost like as soon as you give somebody a compliment and be like, "Oh my God, they are so incredible, and they're amazing," they turn right around and be trifling. It's almost like that's why you can't, because you give a nigga a compliment and what do they do? Turn around and be trifling. Like, the fuck is that? Did I have? Hold on. We're gonna get back into conversation, but I think I got what I wanted to get about the job and what happened today off my chest. I'm thinking, and I know they tired of dealing with me too. Because every time I get in a situation like that, I think of what that janitor at the Muslim school told me. He was like, and his point was to say, you can be intense. And I know how to control that though, as so far as when there's a time and place for that. And when you need niggas to know that you're serious, is when you start letting that cook. Because when that intensity comes in, the words hit differently. Intensity, and you don't even have to be loud. You could be, but not necessarily. But trust me, you will be felt. And it will be clear by the end of whatever you have to say that you wasn't playing around, whatever it was. But this is in a situation, I think passion and intensity do a dance. Because passion is like, let's say, I don't know why this is coming to mind, but let's say what a ski slope person. I don't know why that popped into my head first, but that's what I'm saying. Those people who have those sticks and then they fly on those mountains and have those sticks flying in the air. Okay, now when that person's jetting down, you can like, even just through them doing like how they're moving and hitting them slopes, you can see the passion. But the intensity, it's like the passion is what allows the intensity to be felt, because the passion is what made the person show up like that. But now when they hit that slope and they go flying 300 feet in the sky with all them sticks, that's what's going to make people be like, oh, that was intense. But it was the passion for that craft and that person coming into it like that with their passion, that when they hit it, it's the intensity was like natural, because it came out of passion. So that it's just intensive. It's just like a byproduct. And the more passionate you are, and whether it's a move like that or something that you're saying, the points that you're hitting, the intensity comes through landing those moves. Because you're passionate and you're also sticking it. Like, that was a good point. That was a good point. That was a good point. So it's intense because it's like it's hard for me to explain, but I know I'm making sense. Even though it's hard to explain. La, la, la. At my therapy session, I don't know, 2 days ago, a day ago, something like that. She left me homework too. I like this therapist better than that first one. It's a Spanish lady, and I like her. She seems relatable but also professional, which I like the black lady too, but she was too much like my neighbor. Because she was one that, oh, yes, and in the 60s and giving her opinions and stuff. Like, that's okay, but I'm like, girl, I'm paying for this. I actually want to address some shit. And she was a nice lady. I like her. But this one, I felt like they both did questionnaires and stuff, but this one, she did the questionnaire. It was just, she just gave me some things to think about. The other one did too, but I think I'm going to like this lady's method better. Also, it doesn't hurt that the sessions are free, being paid for through my job. And that I get to have a session pretty much every week leading up to my severance. Because that will come to pass. And so, leading into that, I'm happy to have this therapy. And it was just really good. I enjoyed it. It was a fly that was flying around. And she thought she was going to get away. But I said, you know what? Just because you keep fucking with me, I'm going to spray you with a can of Raid. Let's see if you can escape that. Girl, I sprayed her and she flew away. And then later on when I was like in my bathroom, I saw her. She was dead. I'm like, I know y'all don't understand it, but I'm saying, stay in your world. Because once you come into my home, there are certain bugs I will let live. A ladybug. Particular spiders, the ones that are thin. I will not support any thickness of a spider. I have to kill them. And I have. Stay outside, sweetheart. You cannot be in here. And we just want luck. Oh, let me let this one live. And then while I'm sleeping, the fucking thing drops on my head. Girl, please. No. And then I'll be thinking, I should have killed this motherfucking spider when I had the chance. I'm like, girl, but these girls are going to find out. I'm like, no. I'm about to be gone. You bitch is not about to. Where I'm going to be? You didn't know? I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be somewhere in another country.
Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south. East, west, north, south. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out. Whole crew came out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south. East, west, north, south. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out. Bitch, how did I get there? Girl, I got flued out. Bitch, why you mad? Was your nigga there and what? Now he's turned out? Girl, I got flued and now your nigga glued. No T, I'm the master. Bitch, you so rude and all this attitude. You're gonna need a pastor. I add the spice of life. Just slip me down to a Ferragamo. Paco Rabanne million. Then we step into a Benihana. Give me you label, 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 label. All from your nigga pocket. As you can see, your nigga with me, drop it. You in a move, but I'm here to pop shit. Cause no bums for me. Looking this good don't come for free. Girl caught, so when your nigga wanna see me, he gon' fly me out, he gon' take the lies. And I don't really give a fuck, cause you's a nasty bitch with a chip on her shoulder. I'm just trolling this bitch. I don't really want the nigga, but this is what I told him. You know that stroke you like? Yeah, he still does that, but just a little stronger. And his dick grew too. It seemed like it got a little longer, by maybe 2 inches or 3. I get so confused, let me see. Ooh girl, you giving too much? Cause your nigga is staying with me. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south. What's up, girl? We outside on your nigga dime. Read a bitch down, cause I got time. Don't wanna cook for the nigga, that's fine. Can we get a girl, the boy is mine. We on a private jet, but you and your homegirls been upset. Uncomfortable, just rude. Allergic to you hoes, I chew. Miss thing, you didn't respect the nigga. You act like you didn't even want him. It was you and your mini side niggas fucking up. Bitch, that's how I got him. And now we down in the Poconos, popping bottles with the local folks. He sweat that Amex, I'm in the hammock. Miss thing, use a coconut. Hear me good, it's giving passport. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Use a hood rat hoe. Girl, use give Newport. Bitch, to play at my face, play with my bag, I'll catch a case. Bitch, he not your man, you snooze, you lose. Now, he gone without a trace. One thing that you really need to know is that the nigga don't play around about me. Nah, when a nigga break bread, it's coming to my table instead. Cause you was a bitch that had a good thing, but you was a dumb hoe and girl, that's fine. Now you over here talking about you wanting back, I'ma give him up, you out your mind. I still got people to meet, things to do. Baby, get a dime, so I can help you, Caroline. Play it back, hit rewind, cause I'm only gonna break this down for your girl one more time. Miss gun nigga, you're your chicken, but don't fuck with it, no swine. That's what your nigga like, the soft life. Pussy pink feminine, a freak in the sheets, that bitch in the streets with a little bit of sentiment. Oatmeal with a little bit of cinnamon. He got the password, girl, just let him in. Cause we on the yacht, champagne and shots. Bitch, we on the block. Flued out, what's up? Flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. Private jet, caviar, whole crew came out, whole crew came out. Flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out, flued out. All around the world, east, west, north, south, east, west, north, south. I flew, got flew, flued out. His dime, the nigga dime. Came out, whole crew came out. I flew, got flew, flued out, flued out. His dime, the nigga dime. What's up? I flew, got flew, flued out, flued out. His dime, the nigga dime. Flued out, flued out. I flew, got flued, flued out, flued out. His dime, the nigga dime. Flued out.
I promise y'all. Listen. I'm working on getting this project out. And then I'm like, I guess we could do a single. That's what I'm saying. Like, inshallah. I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy that you all are enjoying it, and there's, inshallah, more to come. I'm just having a good time with this whole thing. I haven't. What do these look like? Why did I bring these down here? They're dirty as hell. I need to clean them. Did you like that? Me, Shetty, did you like that? Annie, I love you. Okay. Baby, baby, listen, that's the reason why I have to like stay ready and in shape and training and rehearsing like all these things. The training I haven't been as much how I need to. Shame. But everything else I've been doing pretty okay with, in particular with rehearsing and with really just taking it all in. It's like when I get back on that stage, it's gonna be a whole other experience. There's what there was, which was not bad, and what there will be. And only Allah knows when that opportunity will come for me. You know what I'm saying? Um, where I'll have the chance to do that. And it's funny to me because it's like, it could be one of those things that's like, oh, it's closer than you think. Careful. I love you. So, hey, be good, everybody. Because y'all about to start fighting. Um, yeah, it's like, in spite of it all, I'm, I'm doing pretty good. In spite of it all. So, I have my babies. I'm in my home. I'm having these issues at work. But, as my mother would say, this too shall pass. Careful, sweetheart. Hey, I have so many ideas and like I'm ready. I didn't. No, I was only say that clearly. I needed to be. I guess for when I come back out, I need to be as close to what I'm gonna be. You get what I'm saying? It's not like get there and then figure it out. It's more like get there and it's there. You ready? Let's roll. Allah. I need to eat something because I am hungry. Yeah. I need to look at my schedule real quick. Girl. Hold on. I need to notate that too. Oh my God. Why did I even come on here for? There was a reason. Oh, okay, so I work tomorrow. And then I'm off the next 2 days. Okay. Here's what's annoying. They've been having me get off at 12, right? But today it was 12:30. Let me see these other days. Are they all 12:30? No, because then by the time it gets back to Saturday, it's back to 12 o'clock. Then it's back to 12 o'clock from there. Like, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because today, um, Miss, oh, I didn't say there was a video. I said he could have been recorded. She was like, oh, go ahead and clock out. And I said to her, you know, one of the things that they have given me points about have been clocking out early. When it wasn't me clocking out early, it was y'all sending me home like what you're about to do right now. Oh, it should be fine. Don't you get off at 12? I'm like, yeah. And at that time, maybe it was like 11:57 or maybe 56. It was like closer to 12, but to me, it was still not 12. So in my mind, I'm seeing it like, you saying clock out, but I'm telling you that this was a whole part of this issue. Is that you're saying this, and then they're going to give me a point about it. No, it should be fine because you get off at 12. So she was explaining something, but I'm like, And girl, I still waited to 12. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. But the point is it was still wrong because the schedule was for fucking 12:30. So now, actually, even though I clocked out at 12, really, I was still 30 minutes behind, or what am I saying? I still had 30 minutes to go. So that's not no small margin of, oh, you clock out. And she thought the same thing. Because it been consistently 12 o'clock. Then randomly it just, why is it 12:30? But that's fine. Because, like I said, I just need to, these are the things. I'm like, 12:30? Why? Or if, here's what, something needs to be said like, okay, so one Saturday, it'll be 12. It'll go back and forth. 12:30, 12, 12:30, 12. Whatever it is, it's just something that I need to know. Because when I see consistently 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, then I'm seeing, okay, this is my schedule. So when I see that I work and I see, okay, I know what my schedule is, so I'm showing up. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just something that I'm not going to be like super meticulous about when I'm seeing. It's like I'm not anticipating that a 12:30 day. It's just like I'm looking, okay, I work on this day and I know what my schedule is. It's just annoying. But now, like I said, this, especially with no medication, I'm like, girl, it's too much to focus on, and it's too much shit. Like, it's too much shit that this whole thing. I'm like, it's too much. I want to be gone. That's too much. For too many reasons, but definitely for the reason of, to begin with, and that's another part. Oh, dude, we will make it right back. Okay. Everyone's trying to help me so much that I went from full time to part time. Girl, nobody trying to hear you. That's fine. Because, girl, you talking, but you ain't saying nothing. And that's okay. Go ahead. Wait, hold on. What do I want to eat first? I'll probably have a burrito. That's the easiest thing. But I do need to do. Food is so expensive. Like I need to do like a Postmates convenience store. Like I need honey mustard for my sandwich because I have the ingredient. Oh, and I need lunch meat because I had the lunch meat that guy had got for me, but it went bad, and I didn't know that until it's like I keep ordering pieces of the sandwich because I thought I had the meat, but then the meat was bad. Didn't have the cheese. Then I had to order the cheese. Then I thought I had bread, didn't have bread. I had to order the bread. Thought I had mayo, didn't have mayo. I had to order the mayo. I'm like, oh my god, this shit is so annoying. But I need to have a sandwich that tastes good. I can eat it plain, but I can't eat it without cheese or without meat. Unless I make a grilled cheese. I can do a grilled cheese. Hmm. I can do a grilled cheese. But as far as the sandwich goes, which is what I really wanted, and it's just one of those like cheap or inexpensive type foods that to me it actually I like it. I would eat this even if I had money. Like it's just a food that I do enjoy, like a nice lunch meat sandwich with some cheese. I have my own recipe that people think is like weird, but I'm like, girl, yeah. I put mayo, honey mustard, and a little bit of syrup. And that's the sandwich. With like roasted chicken and cheese. And then I have chips and juice. I love that meal. Now, of course, I wouldn't mind expanding my palate and trying different things, but actually, like I can enjoy that. So even when I'm struggling, I can still enjoy my life because I enjoy ramen noodles as well. Ramen noodles and tuna fish is cheap, so I can make a tuna fish sandwich, ramen noodles, and some juice or soda. Um, what's another good one? Now this might be something that most people would pick over the other options, like just something like making a big thing of like chicken Alfredo or spaghetti, um, because you can make a lot of that and it is delicious. For that, I don't have to have because I can eat it without this, but when it's when I make it perfectly how I want it, I have obviously like let's just skip over making the spaghetti. Let's get into like the accoutrements of what it is that I have. So Parmesan, sour cream, garlic bread, preferably the kind with cheese on it. Juice, feta cheese as well. Because I want some feta sprinkles in, parm, and some sour cream. I love a good turkey sandwich with lettuce, tomato. Ooh. Now, you lost me a little bit on the avocado, although I know that that's going to be a fan favorite because most people love avocado. I could do guacamole when I'm having it for like a burrito with sour cream and salsa. But what I put guacamole or what I put an avocado slice on my sandwich, hmm, maybe if I mashed it into a guacamole type of paste, I could put it on my sandwich as spread. It's like guacamole spread. I don't know. But as a slice, would I do it? I don't think so. But it still does sound delicious. Your breakdown. The banana peppers I love. I think Anais enjoys it as well. Is that true, Anais? I love you, sweetheart. Um, let's see. Oh yes, the banana peppers. You said some other ingredients. Okay, you said a good turkey sandwich. Okay, with lettuce, tomato, banana peppers. Yeah, I'm digging. You know what you didn't put on there that I would have threw on there? Okay, so I would make the sandwich just how you made it. Oh, you said, oh, and with some mustard. Okay. I would probably substitute the mustard for honey mustard. And I would substitute the avocado for onion. If I wanted to get fancy, I would probably saute the onions. If I want to get fancy. And so I would have that same exact sandwich. You said I don't eat mayo, but avocado is kind of okay. Got you. So your substitute would be take take the mayo off the sandwich and add an avocado. That's like the spread. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. It sounds delicious, and I'm sure if it was on a menu somewhere, people would order that sandwich. Mm. You know, okay, so since we're being fancy with our sandwiches, let me take it from a lunch meat sandwich since I was explaining what I really eat regularly, but like if we're gonna get fancy with it, this is what I'm gonna say now. So it's pretty much the same sandwich, but I'm just gonna change it up a little bit. So here's what I want. Okay, let's have it on. Am I looking for Texas toast? What am I looking for? Recently at my job, what I saw, they have bread now that is like the Hawaiian bread, like the Hawaiian roll, but in bread form where you can make it into a sandwich. That could be interesting. That could be interesting. So, okay, I'm torn between, like Latoya Luckett, in between Texas toast, like patty melt, but just a little bit thicker, and the Hawaiian bread, the sweet Hawaiian bread. But oh, who's gonna win? I'm gonna go with Hawaiian. I changed my mind at the last second. I was certain I was gonna go with that Texas toast, but at the last moment I changed my mind. Okay, so boom, we're going with the Hawaiian sweet bread. So we're gonna work with that, and then we have what I want to do, and I want to make my own because I could order it, but for since we being fancy, I'm gonna make it. So what I'm gonna do? How do I want to do this? Because there's the way I started to give was like, okay, I can like with the onions and the bell peppers, and I don't do mushrooms though, personally. Here and there, when they're in something I don't feel like picking out, I'll deal with it, but I don't fuck with mushrooms or olives. I know that that's a not or cherries even. My coworker was like, "Oh, try this cherry grape or this cherry plum or some shit that was weird." And when they pulled it out the bag, it looked like a weird cherry that was also a plum. And she was like, "Just try it." And I took a little tiny little bite. I'm like, "Girl, this is." First I said, "I don't want to eat it because if I don't like it, I don't want to waste your food." It's like if you don't like it, you can just toss it out the window. So anyway, suffice it to say, it went out the window because I didn't like it. But I tried it, a little bit of it. But even in that little nibble, if I would have liked it, I would have been able to tell from that. I don't have to take a huge chunk of the meal or of the fruit to know if I like it. So anyway, I was going somewhere with all this. Oh, my sandwich. Okay. So let's say I gotta start with my chicken first. I'm gonna slice that up. Now I have two ways I was thinking, but I think I'm gonna go this way because this will be the healthier way as well, and it'll still be equally delicious. Believe me. I'm gonna season it in zhuzh it how I want with my seasoned spices and the herbs, legendary, and it'll be succulent for blood. The guys will have no complaints because this sandwich will be A kiss from heaven. That's not what Keisha Cole said, but, or is that what she said? Did she say it was a kiss from heaven? I don't know. But the point is, okay, boom. So we're gonna slice that chicken up, and we're gonna, what do you want to call it? Grill it over the stove. What do you call that? Seared? I don't know. But I just know I know how to do it. I don't know what the word is. On the on the um on the stove. And then when you cook that and it's pretty much done, because you don't want to overcook it, that's when you start throwing in those onions, those red, yellow, and green bell peppers, orange if you got those. Throw them all in. Season it up a little bit more. First, put some, before you put those in, you put a little bit of chicken stock. And put all the things you want as rub and just make her good. And then when the vegetables come, let them soak in her juices, but then also put a little bit of vegetable stock just to give them a little bit of additional. You know what I'm saying? And now we have what is going to make for a beautiful foundation for a sandwich. So what we're going to do, first, let's toast the bread a little bit, not even all the way. I still want it soft, but with the lightest, the ever so light. It has to be barely there. Crunch. Long enough so that we can put the ingredients, put the cheese, because we want to put that on top immediately so it can start melting. Now, I want to put forth a sauce that's not exactly mayo, but maybe mayo-like, that has some type of, like a spicy honey mustard, not a Dijon, or Grey Poupon, or none of that type shit, but I'm talking about something else. But I can make something too and put shit together, make it taste good. But the point is, okay, we take that, but we gotta do it quick because we don't want the juice to make the bread soggy. Because here's the key point. Ooh, sriracha mayo. Oh my god. I wasn't even thinking that, but I think I like the way it sounds and I'm willing to take that risk. I think that could actually pan out. So, but here's the thing though, Mother's Day. We gotta do this fast. Here's why. First of all, I don't want the juice to right away just seep through. What I would like to do is take the sandwich, take it to a panini press, and then turn her to a panini. Or whatever you call the sandwich where you smash it into that thing and it has all the grill marks. Now, you take the sandwich out and you slice her like across to like triangles and you stack one on top of the other. You stick a toothpick in through that. I'd like to have some potato salad since we're being fancy with this meal. I want some potato salad. I like baked beans and some chips. I'd like a let's mix it up a little bit. Let me have, if you have it, a strawberry Fanta. And I think that'll complete that's my plate. Now, Mother Tay, what you didn't say was, what are your accessories? Like, what is your side? For your sandwich, what are you having as a side? Are you having fruit as a side? What are you having as your side? I'm gonna, wait, hold on, you said you can put it on anything, really? Okay, I gotta get ready to wrap up because I just want to, oh, I'm sorry, Anais. I just want to make sure again. And let me make sure, is it 12:30? I'm working tomorrow. Okay, I am. Okay, and what is the time? Oh, okay, 12:30. Okay. Now I know, because I'm like, I know they got time to play this shit. Cutie, did you let them know they were being recorded during the meeting so that you can use the recording as See, this is where what Monique, the stunt she pulled, where it actually comes in handy for a person like me who actually has a legitimate situation going on. Here, I don't have to ask them because I consented. You get what I'm saying? But that's not something that you should take advantage of. In this case, I have to do this to protect myself because these niggas is lying. But I don't need their consent, and it can be used as evidence. I'm having a small salad. Ooh. You said I'm having a small salad, baby lettuce, strawberries. Ooh. Okay, now let me ask you this. The following ingredients, this is all going on top. This is all in the salad. Let's see what you got. You got baby lettuce in this salad, strawberry slices, raisins, Parmesan cheese, almond slices, yum, and ooh, a Caesar vinaigrette. Huh. And a bag of sour cream and onion lace. Oh, wow. Okay, so love this salad. The only thing I would change is I would take those raisins out. That's the only. Let me just make sure. Because honestly, I would even try it with the strawberries. I would try it with everything that you got. And I would only. Let's see what I would substitute for that, for those raisins. You know what I put in place of the raisins? Croutons. I want a good crouton. I want a good cheesy one too. I want everything just the same. Baby lettuce. Now hold on. It's obviously strawberry slices, so I think that goes without saying. I mean, I don't want to assume it. You don't mean whole strawberries, right? Like you're slicing it and putting it in the salad. That's obvious, right? Or maybe it's not. But I'm putting in. I'm gonna put some croutons in there in place of those raisins. But I want the strawberries. I want the almond slices. I want the parm. I'll take everything you have. I'll even try that Caesar, because I actually don't like Caesar dressing, but Caesar vinaigrette sounds interesting, and I would be willing to try that. My only thing would be the raisins, because I hate raisins. That's another thing I don't like. Baby, I do not like a raisin. Now I fuck with grapes. Okay, so let's see. My salad, well, my meal really doesn't come with a salad. I'm just realizing my plate doesn't really come with a salad. What are you drinking now? I said a strawberry Fanta, but is that what I really wanted? If I could have any drink, is that what I wanted? I changed my mind. I want to have a homemade large mango lemonade. I had it when the Jamaican lady gave it to me. I need to contact them. I really want them to be the vendors when we start doing these performances. Like, their food will fly. That Jamaican food, and they had different kinds of lemonade: mango, raspberry, strawberry, all different kinds. But when she said mango, I said, ooh. And that was me stepping out my comfort zone because actually, I don't even fuck with mangoes as a fruit. Like, I will not eat that fruit. But I will eat mango flavored things. I'll try it at least. So, in a drink, I'm like, mango lemonade. That sounds interesting. I'll try it. I'll take, for my dinner that I just laid out for my sandwich with the Hawaiian sweetbread, I'll take a large mango lemonade. Yeah. You said, yeah, cut the strawberry. Okay. That's. I thought that's what you meant. I should have just assumed it. But that's delicious. I feel like your meal is delicious. So you have this delicious sandwich with a salad. What are we rinsing down? You said I'm a hardcore water person. Oh wow, you do self, and you are, wow, you are not playing. Wow. You have a very good, like, wide palate because, first of all, I'll do regular water, but I do not fuck with salsa water. Ooh. Unless I put one of those Kool-Aid packs in there. You know how they have the thing where it's like, oh, make your own soda. Isn't that like salsa water? Like, if you don't put a flavor to it, won't it just be salsa water? Or am I tripping? Is it just like carbonated water and salsa water? Are they different? Maybe they are. You love mango and dried mango? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know I'm the oddball out with a lot of this shit. Trust me. Cherries, like I said, um, plantains. Girl, I don't eat that shit. I would eat a banana, but a plantain, no. Um, I don't really fuck with pineapple. Here and there, I'll have an urge for that, but that's not really something I fuck with. What else do we have? Now let's. Now, I can fuck with a strawberry. I used to hate that fruit too, but then as I got older, it I don't like crave it like strawberries. But if I see a strawberry and like let's just say it's chocolate covered strawberry, I'll eat that. Um, carbonated. I just don't like because of the flavoring or whatever. And you said coconut water. That's another one that I don't like because I don't like coconut. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of things. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things I don't like that people can be like, "What?" It's the but here's how I look at it. So it's easy to please me because I'm real simple. I will try things, and here and there I am pleasantly surprised. Now, when I went to West Palm Beach, and my friend took us to get Mediterranean food, that was my first time having that. He thought I would like there was this like meat bread sandwich or some shit where it was like, girl, she is doing a lot. It's like it was like a Jamaican patty, but just different because there was stuff inside. Girl, be careful. You doing too much. Okay, yeah, I gotta get ready to go. That's a good meal. I feel like that's a good meal. I'm in love with coconut water. I don't know if it's because I only drink water, but it tastes like chocolate milk to you. Wow. Girl, please. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. It don't float my boat, but I know that it's delicious. Listen, there's first of all, there's things that are delicious to me that there are people who are like, I don't like that, and then there are things that you know I don't like that I know. For example, my mother loved carrot cake. I don't like that because I don't like the shit that they put in it. But I would take it if it was just the cake and the frosting. They're tripping. What's up, y'all? We about to wrap up because they keep busting out my connection. So I'm not exactly sure what that's all about, but it is what it is. But what's about to happen is I'm gonna wrap up, inshallah. Spend some time with my babies, let them out, get them fed because it's getting late in the day, and just unwind. I have some ice cream. Man, I had one of those like what do you call that? Pint Ben and Jerry's or whatever. Baby, I ate that whole. I was gaming and I ate that whole. It was a banana. banana pudding flavor. I can see how they could call it banana pudding, but did it taste like banana pudding? Not exactly, but I get it. But I have another one up there, and I'm like, what was the flavor that I ordered? I feel like I ordered one different and one the normal one that I ordered. I was kind of in the mood for something different though, but just because I be want some. Listen, I do like to explore, but I like to explore with things that I think there's a high chance that I will enjoy it. So seafood, I mean, I will have something. I'm a like when we go on this cruise with my friend, because he is so seems like so open to the things he tries. I will try things with him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll make sure I have maybe I have something that I know I will like, but maybe I will say, "Hey, can I have the crab legs?" That's funny to me because like it's hard for me to imagine myself saying that, but maybe I would try it. And what if I liked it? Um, but maybe I'm not gonna jump to it because I don't really crab and shrimp, lobster. Maybe I try like the actual like fish because that at least is more of a meat texture that I'm used to. Like seems like that's closer to a meat texture that I'm used to. Maybe I try something like that. Like, can I get the salmon with? And it would be crazy if I became a person that when I go out orders salmon. That's crazy. Can't even imagine myself doing that. But hey, stranger things have happened than for me to order salmon. But in my own mind, it's like, because when I see people and they order seafood, they love it so much. And they be looking forward to it like, oh my God, mussels and oysters and be all this raw, slippery shit. And I'm like, but I saw a girl on YouTube. And I think this is just like a part of her background. I don't know, in Japan or someplace. But she'd be like, oh my God, I'm so excited because today I get to eat raw mongoose and raw goat or whatever. It'd be like everything be raw. And it don't just be fish, it'd be like other animals it'd be sounding like. But regardless of that, she'd be up there like, oh my God, let me show you how we make it. And I get that it's delicious. That's the thing. I get that it really is delicious to them. But in my mind, I'm like, it's hard for me to really process that. Because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, this shit is raw and slippery and spiky and all these weird textures. And then she's talking about, oh, okay, so we about to eat this raw goat. I mean, I'm making this up. Maybe it wasn't a goat, it was something else. But it was something that was like a raw meat. And she was like, oh my God. And we're going to dip it in soy sauce and onion paste. And they were just sitting up there eating with their hands like, delicious. I'm like, okay. Everybody got a different background. Fried fish sandwiches with hot sauce be good as hell. And Mother Tay, it's absolutely no problem. It's my pleasure, and thank you for kicking it with me and letting me get some things off my chest. And it's a pleasure as always, you know. So listen, I love you guys. Let me tend to my babies and decompress and all that other stuff. Inshallah, I'll probably be back tomorrow, just because I'll be off. After tomorrow, I'm off the next 2 days. I do want to work on some new music so that I can, you know, stay on top of um, this project. Um, so, what is it? C'est la vie? I don't know. Is that the right word? Goodbye for now. Inshallah. I'll see you real soon on the flip. Bye, family. I love you.